Okay, here is how to find the next prime number. You basically take all the prime numbers, except for 2, you don't need 2. Do 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. Okay, we want to find the next prime number. Well, how do we find the next prime number? It's always been a mystery. Well, how do you find it? This is how you find it. You take the number the last number of the prime number sequence, and you square it, which will be 13, square root of 13. What's the square root of 13? The square root of 13 is 3.6. Okay, so what does that mean? That means all we need to do is use the number 3 here to find out the next prime number. That's all we need. Okay, so how do we do that? Once you get the square root, all you need is the number 3 because it was 3.6. So you round to the lowest, to the nearest prime number, which is 3, is what we're going to use. You take 13 and you divide it by 3. 13 divided by 3 equals 4.3. Okay? Once you find out 4.3, then guess what? You round this number to the nearest odd number. Now remember what your odd numbers are. The odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, and 17. Okay? So what is the nearest odd number to this going upwards? You want to round upwards to the nearest odd number. The nearest one is 5 because 4.3 is in between these two right here. So the nearest odd number is 5. So then you want to take that 5, put it 5, take the prime number here, multiply times that 5, and you get 15. That's all we need to find the next prime number. How do I know? Because now you just count by the multiples of the odd numbers. You go by the odd numbers. See? 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and we got 15. So this is not prime number, but that means that the next one is prime. So you go to the next odd number, and the next odd number is 17. Therefore, that is our new prime number, the next one. Okay? That's how you find prime numbers. I'll do another one just to prove that it works. Okay? Take this, erase it all. We don't need it. Well, those odd numbers, I should have kept those. But let's try it again. 13, we got 17. What's the next one? Well, do the square root of 17. What's the square root of 17? The square root of 17 is 4.1. So anything below this is the prime number we're looking for. So all the prime numbers lower than 4 is the prime number we need to find the next prime number. So what do? The only prime number in this sequence that's lower than 4 is 3. So we're going to use 3 again. So 3 is going to be what we use. So take the number 3, and you're going to do 17 divided by 3. 17 divided by 3 equals, and I'm pretty sure we figured this one out pretty easy, equals 5.66. Okay? So remember the odd numbers: 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. Okay? So what we want to do, find the next prime number, is you take this and round to the nearest odd number. What is the nearest odd number? The closest one to this going upwards. Remember, we're adding upwards. So the nearest odd number to 5 is 7. Why? Because 5.66 is between 5 and 7. Okay? So that means the nearest one is 7. So we're going to take this, put 7, multiply that times 3, and 3 times 7 times 7 equals 21. So to find our next prime number, all we need is the number 21. Put 21 there. 21. All right. Now we find the numbers. Remember, we go in order. 17, 19, 21. So we go 3, 5, 7, 11, 17, 19. So therefore, 19 is the next prime number. The reason why is because we went to 21. We found out that that's all we needed was to find out what this was, and we found it out. So that means 19 is the next prime number in this equation. Okay, well, let's try it again, just for all those who may be confused about this method. Since 19 is the next one, let's do another one. Okay, let's use 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 20. Yeah, let's do the next one after 19. The next one after 19, do the square root of this. The square root of 19 is what? I'll show you. The square root of 19 equals 4.3. There we go again. So we got to find out what's the prime numbers lower than 4. The only prime number lower than 4 that's on this sequence is 3. So then we're just going to use 3 again. Okay? So we round to the nearest prime number, lowest prime number, which is 3. Okay? So we're going to use 3 to find it. So we do 19 divided by 3 equals 6.33. Okay, so what do we do? Round this to the nearest odd number. And remember your odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. Okay? Okay, where is 6? 6 is in between 5 and in between 7. So what's the nearest next odd number? It's 7. Okay? So then if it's 7, you do 7. And you do 3 times 7 equals 21. So 21 again. That's what we get again. So there's, remember, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23. So we go, it says 21, so we go in 17, 19. We know it's not 21 because we just figured out 21. So it means it will be the next prime number, which is 23. Because there's nothing in between 21 and 19. If you go by your odd numbers, there's nothing in between 21 and 19. So therefore you count by 2. 17, 19, 21. And we know 21 is not the one. So the next one has to be 23. So that's your new prime number. It's 23. Okay? So, and we'll try again, okay? This is a continual process that you keep doing it, and eventually you'll realize that you can keep finding prime numbers after prime numbers with this one. And this one is another way I found out. I like this way better than the other way I had. But let's go an example again, okay? You got your 21. Well, we know the square root of 5. The square root of 5. 5 times 5 equals 25. So now we know we're getting close to this because we hit 23. So we got 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23. And we know that 25 is the next one because it's squared. So automatically, we know that's going to be the next non-prime number. But we want to find the next prime number, okay? Let's do 23. Find the square root of 23. The square root of 23 is 4.7. Okay, we take this. That means that we go to the lowest prime number after 4.7, which is 3. Okay, so it will be 3. So all we need to use is the number 3 to find this new prime number. Okay, so take it, do 23 divided by 3, and you get 7.6. Okay, now we need to find the next prime number after this prime number. I mean the next odd number. What's the next odd number in line? Well, let's go and do it. That'll be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So the next odd number after 7 is 9. So after you do that, you're going to replace this with 9. So 3 times 9 equals 27. So you have 25 and then 27. We know both of those are not prime, so that means we're left with what? We go in order. 19, 23, 25 is not prime because we found that out. The square, that's the square of 5, is 25, so that's not prime. 27 is not prime because we just figured out that that's 3 times 9. So that would only leave us with the next number, which would be 29. That's your next prime number right there. Since that's your next prime number, that's how you find prime numbers. That's how you continue to find prime numbers. That's the only way I figured out to find prime numbers and to find them continually. But you would have to you have to find each set of these. You have to have these by sequence. Know them by sequence so you'll be able to know how to find the next prime number. So I'm gonna give you one more example. Okay? We're gonna do something different. We're gonna do how about 37? We're just gonna throw 37 in there. Okay? 37. Alright. We're going to erase this, start all over again. Okay? 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23. And just for the fun of it, we're going to skip all those other prime numbers and go straight to the another prime number. Let's go to 31. We want to find the next prime number after 31. Okay, well, how do we do that? Take the square root of this, 31. What's the square root of 31? The square root of 31 is 5.5. So what does that mean? That means we look at every prime